never been so sure of anything before. Just like I'm in this moment, but was alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring, 'cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. The Tope Oginni different segment, for the engaging and backstory. Tope Oginni, let's talk about love. Let's talk about God. Let's talk about all you need to know before you say I do.
Good day, and you are welcome to another exciting episode of Before You Say I Do on Glorious Vision Television of the Apostolic Church Nigeria. My name is Tope Oginni, and I want to welcome you once again. In case you are just tuning in, this is Before You Say I Do, the only relationship program on Glorious Vision Television. This program is designed for singles. As long as you have not said I do, as long as you are still single, you may be in a relationship right now. You may be engaged, you may be in your courtship stage, or you may be someone that is hoping to be married or hoping to start a relationship someday and be married. But as long as we know here that you have not said I do, you are still a single. So this program is designed for you. Here we teach, we inform, we enlighten our singles on all what they need to know before saying I do, or how to make the right choice when it comes to life partner. We also help you to develop yourself, to know who you are. We help you here to have a godly-centered relationship that will transform into godly home. And we always do that with our faith-based and practical experience to teach our viewers. And we have different segments that we always provide here. We have a recommended book, we recommend books on relationship, on marriage, so that you can, even while you are single, you need to read books on relationships and marriage. It will really help you. So we provide books. We also provide useful relationship tips that will guide you to have a healthy relationship. And we have a Ask Tope Oginni, where we provide the opportunities for our viewers to ask their relationship question. Whatever relationship question that you are being faced with, we give you that opportunity to ask your questions. And our regular viewers, I know that you already know what we do, and I know that you are already waiting for before you say I do. And we always encourage you that if you have any relationship issues, questions, or you need prayers, or you need counseling, you can always do that through that WhatsApp number that is scrolling right on your screen, and we'll take your question and give you adequate answers in whichever ways that you may need it. So right now, I want to go on a short break. When I return, please don't go anywhere. Welcome back. The program is still Before You Say I Do, the only relationship program, the only program where we discuss about relationships and marriages, the only program that helps you to know how to take decisions when it comes to the issue of life partner and how to have a good and healthy, godly marriage. As long as you have not said I do, this program is a must for you. Yes, we have come again as usual, and like I said before I went to that break, I know that you are regular viewers. You're already waiting to hear what we've got for today. I want to use this opportunity to thank many of our viewers for your comments, your feedbacks. It has really helped us to grow and to do more on this program. Keep them coming. We appreciate you. So, to what we have on today's episode. Last week, we started a topic last week. But before I said anything on that topic, I want you to know that on today's episode, I have a guest in the house with whom we started this topic last week. But because of time, we could not exhaust all we have to say. And because we know the importance of this topic when it comes to relationship and future marriage of our singles, we have no choice. We just have to come back and ensure that we complete this topic, and that's why we are here today. And my guest is with me in the studio. She shared so many personal experiences with us at last week's episode. She's a wife. Okay, first of all, she's my friend. We started as a friend. She became a wife. She became a mother. She's now an entrepreneur, and she has a business to herself, which she explained to us how she briefly explained to us how she started out. She's here once again to do concluding justice to this topic. I want you to join me as I welcome her again to the studio on Before You Say I Do, in person of Rhoda Adenigbagbe.
Yeah, I always enjoy how you call that name.
That's why I called this. That's why I mentioned this that way.
Thank you. It's
You know,
my
that
pleasure.
name sounds special, kind of.
It is.
So,
it is special.
as I said,
and it sounds special.
Adenigbagbe.
Yeah, how many syllables? Figure that out. It's my pleasure to be here once again, and thank you for the honor once again.
And thank you for honoring our invitation, and thank you for your insightful contribution once again last week. I so much appreciate it. So today we are back, and you know the reason why you have to come back.
Yes,
because we couldn't.
Exhausted.
And because of the passion you have for the topic too, you just have to accept my plea that you should please and just complete this topic. So yes, for those who are tuning in, the topic once again is who is an industrious woman. An industrious woman. And like I said last week, I said the singles out there will be wondering, what has being industrious got to do with being single? What is it about? What is it that they have to say about this topic? But I tell you, by the time we started last week, I discovered that it was loaded. It's not a kind of a topic that it should be in a rush. And we just have to take our time so that you can, because even for the married ones, there are some married ones who write me, and you know, part of what they complain about in their marriage is what we are discussing here. So some of them say, my wife is lazy, she can't do anything. I've tried to establish business for her, have given her capital to start her business, she could not do anything and all of that. So I just see that, okay, then from discussions that I have had with some singles too, I can see that there are some singles that have this kind of mentality that once they are married, you said it in your last episode that they have this that marriage is not an achievement.
Yes.
Some singles out there see marriage as an achievement, as a fulfillment. It's as if after marriage that nothing more.
Made heaven.
Nothing more. Nothing bothers me more. My problems are over.
Yeah.
They see it that way, and you told us that no, that is in fact it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. That's why did you go to the altar and say for richer, for poorer, in good health and all? So it's part of it. So, and those times will definitely come in marriage. You are married and I am married, and both of us, we agree that at one point in time we've had our share of these challenges, of these marital challenges, and we should not hide that part for our singles who think that, like you said, I'll be referring to what we had last week, that probably marriage is the bed of roses, where, you know, it's an escape route from your parents once you get there.
Yes, to be with the love of your life, where all you can do is to hug and kiss all the time. It is beyond that, my dear. It is beyond
Unrealistic expectations.
Yes, it is beyond that. When the children start coming, you babysit and your husband will be sleeping.
Then that's when it will done. That's when you will know the true meaning of love.
Yes.
It is a marriage that you will know.
Yes.
Because once you're outside, you know, like I always say, that dating is different from marriage.
Yes.
When you are dating, you have a lot of things you want to impress.
Yes. You want to impress.
So that you can be the one.
Yes.
So that she can be the one.
Yes.
And to do that, you just have to put your best.
Yeah. Go out of your comfort zone, and most times, by the time you're all settled in, everybody feels so
Do you
relaxed.
know, before I even do a recap of what we had last, for those who are just tuning in, something just came to my mind, and from what I said, do you know that some people will just feel that marriage is something that they can go into, and it's as kind of they don't quarrel, they don't fight. They used to think that you know what, we were, but what I just want to say there is that, you know, I said something like that they put effort during courtship, during dating.
Yes.
So why did they stop at that in marriage the effort no longer comes in? They relax.
I think the truth is, marriage itself is an entity. There's this in relationship. You have the friendship stage, you have the dating stage, the courtship, then marriage. You cannot tell me that you jumped into marriage without going all through the 3 stages, and for no matter how long you guys dated or courted, you did not have issue. There was no time you guys fought or argued. There was no time you guys ended the call on each other. If for those who speak over the phone regularly, and there's no how you have known that this guy, there's this, you've seen the red flag that this guy he gets angry easily, or this lady, words like this trigger annoyance in her. That is the essence of the dating and courtship, because you are there to understand each other. I do not want to believe that you have pretended all through the years.
I don't want to believe that it is. I don't want to agree with you that it is pretense. I want to see it that when some ladies and men, when they are falling in love, I think they are blinded to so many red flags or warning flags. They are blinded to it. They don't see anything again. And that's why when you try to advise some ladies against some men that they are into relationship with, or against some men, some ladies, some men too, because of some ladies, they don't want to listen to you. It's like they are made up.
They're not using their head. They don't use their emotions as clouded everything.
So that's just by the way. Anyway, now we said the topic is industrious woman, and we started last week. Our guest gave us the meaning of industrious. Let me just do a quick recap for those who are just joining us. Now, she said to be industrious is to be, well, the key word she used that we should use most is the diligent. So is that somebody who is very diligent, who is consistent in what you are doing. So you must be consistent. That consistency must be there. It's not just when you are doing something today, you are into it, then for the next 1 week, 2 weeks, you are not there. You must be consistent and be diligent at what you are doing. And she also told us that an industrious woman should be like the woman in the Bible. You know, if you read your Bible, Proverbs 31, you read about the industrious. She's very industrious, very enterprising. In fact, she captured all in love what a woman should be in her home or in her marriage. Because if you read that Proverbs 31, you see that woman is very diligent. In fact, she covers every areas.
Yes.
In marriage.
Yes.
The husband, the children, the neighbors,
her
in-laws,
her community,
everybody, the church, her business. You know, she makes sure that her family doesn't go hungry. She does not have to wait to the extent that the children has no choice, that they just have to, this is
call her blessed.
Blessed. No. So for every woman out there who wish to be addressed as a blessed mom, it takes more than just being loving in your marriage. There are other things that you have to do. And she also explained to us that there are some women who does not want to do anything, that in the economy of today, that's not the best thing for you to do. That even the salary that your husband to be is earning, is not enough for only him. Talk less of when you are now married and you will start having children. You have bills to pay, you have the school fees, you have the rent and all of that. Only the salary of that man could not do that. And that's why she told us the reason why a single lady needs to be industrious. She gave herself as an example that she even started this business of a thing while she was serving, while she was still single. It all just came from, she bought something, she didn't like it, she gave it out, she sold this out to a friend and she made the profit of 1,000. The friend's mother saw it, and you know, from there the business idea came and she discovered that she could do it. So for as many singles out there, what we are trying to teach on this topic is that because we have so many ladies with this mindset that they must be married to a very wealthy man, a rich man, and once that is done, then at least it's the head of the home. He should take all responsibility. Their family, inclusive their parents, even their siblings. We have some that will bring their siblings too, that it is the husband. I have married you now, I have stopped. You should continue from there.
Yes.
So we are trying to let
Disabuse your
you,
mind
yes,
from that.
that know that in the Nigeria of today, we don't think that that can work anymore.
Yeah.
Gone are the days of our fathers that they do that. They can have as many wives. They can take care of them.
Yes. The economy wasn't this bad.
It wasn't this bad, but now it's bad. It's bad to the extent that some even want their wives, if it is possible for them to have an additional source of income. Even if you're a career woman, some men still appreciate if their wife can, even some men themselves too, they are career man, but they still want to, if they can still have additional business by the side that they can be doing.
Yes. You may not only have a physical shop, you can go into investments. You can go into investments, which will even help you a lot. If you feel you don't have time to monitor it, there are people who can do that. Just get a good consultancy firm and they'll put you through.
So what we are trying to say is that we don't want, before you say I don't want our ladies, our women, our brides to be lazy.
Yes.
We want you to be enterprising. We want you to be industrious. We want you to be diligent. We want you to be consistent. We want your husbands to come back. We want to hear good stories of your marriage. That's the whole essence of this topic. Yeah. So you may be looking at what has that got to do? Yes, it has a lot. I think from this brief introduction I've done about it and from our own contribution, you should be able to understand what we are trying to talk about today. So let's continue from there. Okay. Now, let's start from what are the characteristics that is an average single out there should possess to become industrious? Maybe they don't even have it.
Yes. Number one, you have to love yourself. When you love yourself, I'm not saying you should be self-centered. You have to love yourself. It is by loving yourself, in the process of loving yourself, that you will understand your self-worth. It is then you will know the value, you must have placed a value on yourself. That is not just any Dick and Harry that comes your way that sends a marriage proposal to you that you end up marrying or that you would even want to listen to, or your life should be like a magnet. Magnet attracts like minds. Your life should be able to attract a like mind. It's a man who has the same vision with you, or a man who will be able to key confidently into your vision and not be intimidated. You have to be hardworking. You have to be intentional. You have to be smart. You have to be godly. Above all, you have to have the Holy Spirit in you, because it is the Holy Spirit that will teach you all things. He said, if you are the Spirit, the Comforter will come. I'll send you the Comforter, and when he comes, he will teach you all things. Bless you. He will teach you all things. And by the time you begin to exhibit all these ideas, people will be like, where are you getting this from? Why are you? Some people is cause up for me. It is not, see. The Holy Spirit is cause up for you. Oh God, that soap will not melt. It will not finish. So when we're cutting soap for people, you're cutting ideas. There's a people saying among you that said, cut soap for me. It is not just cut soap. It's not when you easily want to run to get 2K, extra 2K, be urgent 2K and all of that. But you yourself, you know that I've got values, I've got characteristics that I love about myself, that people around you love, attributes that are worth emulating. You yourself will not put yourself in that category. Be like, if bless you, if my brother should bring a girl home that is exactly like me, I'm not talking about your physical features, that has all your characteristics, will you support that relationship or will you be against it? That should leave you with a perfect definition of who an industrious woman should be, or the characteristics to look out for in an industrious woman.
Okay, thank you. Now, I have this story, because I have a lot of story when it comes to a topic like this. A man once shared his own experience. He said after marriage, he said before he got married, that he already had a building, a project building that he was working on. And when he met the wife to be at that time, he told her everything. And even after that, they got married. Instead, after marriage, they were putting some things. Then later, the children started coming up. He said after a time, they had to put it
on hold.
So he said, what now happened is that one day the wife now called him and said, Daddy, do you know what? Let's do it this way. Continue whatever money that comes in, go ahead and with the project while I take care of the house. Wow. Now, you know, if a woman like that is not industrious, she won't be saying that to the husband. Probably maybe it's the only husband that is taking
Care of
everything
Yes.
with the project and we still take care of her, the children, the feeding, rent, and all of that. You can imagine how, in fact, it's even a stress on that man. That's why
is.
somebody once made a joke that that's why you see that men always die before their wives, because
Yes, or they look slimmer than their wives, and their wives are all fat because they're eating the whole food.
and because we stress them,
Yes,
we give them
yes,
much stress by
yes.
putting too much of
Pressure on them. Yes,
So in order, if you don't want that to happen to you, you too, you should be able to assist your husband. Well, the whole essence of it is that, again, you talked about the benefits. That one of it is that the salary of your husband you think is much. By the time you start having children, when other added responsibilities start coming, that's when you will know.
Yes,
But
it is nothing.
it is not nothing.
Or when salary did not come as at when due, what do you do?
What do exactly? I was also in that shoe too. My husband, when we newly married, he has a business of his own. So, you know, and his business is that kind of business that maybe for the next 3 months, nothing will come in.
So seasonal.
Yes, but because I was working and I have business, so I was working and I have a business too. I didn't even feel it, because before he comes back, before anything, I've gone to the market, I've made food.
Exactly.
So maybe he will be on his hand, he will like be thinking, and I didn't bring money home. What am I going? By the time he goes, I just say, Kilefeje, what do you want to eat? And like, I did not come home with money. I said, my dad, don't worry, I've prepared food.
Yes.
And I'll just get to the kitchen and
dish out the food.
So that's what we are saying, that it's very, because it's not only that, like she said, what if he works in a place where the salary will be delayed? Does that mean that you have to wait till when they drive your children out of the school?
Yes, no. Yes.
Our neighbors will be laughing.
Yes, no.
Some will even lock their children inside. You don't have to do that.
You do not have to do that at all. You do not.
I know a woman like that. She will lock them inside. And I asked her, we've not paid their school fee. I don't want them seeing my children all around. People will know.
You can save yourself the trauma of doing that. See, I know of a woman that whenever her husband went out to work, to the office, he was just going to work for over 6 months. There was this retrenchment in their office then. They were really sacking people during that time. So he was just going to work. He was not collecting salary for over 6 months. But whenever this man goes out to work in the morning, the wife will do dirty jobs to get money. She could either she will leave their immediate neighborhood.
She will
leave their immediate environment. She could go into other houses. Hi, good morning, ma. You have dirty clothes. I can wash for you. She will wash other people's clothes.
So she's not lazy.
Because she's not lazy. She could go to restaurants and say, ma, please, let me wash your plates. You can just give me one portion of the food, either lunch or dinner. She will wash the plates. Then they'll give her little change and give her a meal. That meal, she might keep it. She'll take it home to her children. Then the money she gets, she uses it to cook against that night and the previous morning, and they will eat. And now got to say, well, like, how are you getting this? Where did you get the money from? She had to tell him, I work whenever you're not around. The man was heartbroken, but at the same time, he was proud that the woman did not just sit around and wait for him to either go and borrow money or steal money for her. You have to be intentional about it. You have to understand your call. Motherhood, being a wife, is a call. It is not a ceremonial role at all. You have to understand that there are responsibilities attached to it. You are supposed to be an helpmate, not a liability. If your husband is trying to, for instance, say is trying to lift a bag, a luggage that is heavy, you should support him. That luggage is the responsibilities in the house. The luggage is all that has to do with your family and all. If you're not in support, the luggage will weigh him down. He will fall. When he falls, what does it mean? It's not necessarily until he dies. He might fall off. He might fall off by ranting that he's tired, and that's why you see so many issues of divorce. 2 months after wedding, they are divorced.
Okay, let's look at this again. Now, there's some men who does not want these industrials that we are talking about. Some men don't even want any industrials, but they don't want any woman that is independent, that will come and be independent in their homes. They want to have that responsibility, that role of the headship.
Yes.
That anytime their wife can look up to them, ask them for money for this, for that. They don't like that attitude of, okay, before my husband comes, I've done this. Before he said, some of them feel insecure. So that's why some women too may not.
We just relax too. Well, it still boils down to knowing what you want. While you guys were dating or courting, you'll have seen the red flag.
Okay.
If you feel this is not what you want and this man is just caging you, you'll have seen the red flag.
Okay.
You'll have seen that you will know that this man is insecure.
Okay.
There are some men who just feel insecure. They feel, I don't want, to some, it is emotionally. Their wives would either not be able to caress their ego anymore, or their wives will be chased around by richer men. So they don't want to expose their wives to working outside. Please stay in the house and nobody comes around and all of that. But if you as a man really feel that I do not want her to work, like I said last week, she should not work, please. It is the idle man is the devil's workshop. You should know that if she's not doing something, she becomes idle, and that is trouble for yourself. It is trouble to her too. For men who feel insecure, who want their ego to be caressed all the time, you should be able to make her know the value of money, know the worth of money. If you notice, women like that are very wasteful. They are very, very wasteful because it is not their money. They don't know what it takes to hustle and have that money. If they know all it takes, they will protect whatever it is. They'll be able to manage whatever it is that the husband is giving them in the house. They're able to multiply whatever it is that they are having.
Yes.
Because they know the worth.
Yes. That multiplication that you talk about, yes, is something again that I want us to look like. Like you got married to a man in a room.
Okay.
And now you're already having grown-up children and you are still in that room.
Well,
what was she thinking? It's kind of no progress or what?
Well,
he got married to you with no car and children are already grown up. You know?
Still do not have. And there's this thing that every woman should always pray. Not just pray, because faith without work is dead. You should pray and work towards that. If you have that mentality that in the next 6 months after I'm married, I want a visible change.
In my marriage, in the life of
yes,
my husband.
Yoruba people will say, it's a Yehuda.
Ben.
It is not necessarily that her legs are disfigured. It only means that she's not impacting that man. Marriage, like I said last week, is a teamwork. You have to rub off on one another. You have to rub. So if you're not rubbing off one another, it's I don't know. You're not getting the focus, the objectives of marriage itself. And each marriage has its own goal, has its own objectives. While they were dating on courtship, did they sit down, talk about their short-term goals and long-term goals? It is not. I'm not saying if a man is living in a mini flat that you should say no. You're not going to that marriage because he's living in a mini flat.
I have to pause you. We have to quickly go on a break.
Oh, okay.
To go on this short break. We'll be back. Thank you and welcome back. It is still Before You Say I Do on Glorious Vision Television, and our topic of discussion is still an industrious woman. And I still have with me Rhoda Adenigbagbe, who has been doing justice to this topic. Before we went on that break, we were on something I talked about, a situation whereby a man is married to a woman.
And there are no physical changes 6 months after the wedding.
And again, there's another story of where a man married to a woman, and the man is wealthy as at the time he got married to her, and today, because the woman could not, one could they saw 1 naira, could they saw 10 kobo, the 1 naira. Here you get.
Yes.
Maybe as a result of that, because she's not doing anything, she's not industrious.
Yes.
So she's relying on the husband, and all that the husband has have been spent now. And it's like they don't even have anything again. They would now, I know that it's not in all cases so. That is the woman, that the woman is the cause.
Yeah.
We should establish that.
Yes.
But we are saying that, truth be told, that some women like that, when they come into the life of a man, because they are lazy, they will ruin the life of that man.
Yes, it is, see, in this part of the world that we belong to, it is believed that as a woman, once you become married to a man, you should be able to rub off on that man more. But can we ask ourselves, what was it that she went in with into that marriage? Did she go in empty-handed? What's her orientation to life? Did she have this orientation that, marriage, yes, married, I'm married now. Oh, I've got Taya and Kendi, I've got Shikemi that are not married. I'm now some laps ahead of them in life. No. No, it is not an achievement, like I said last week. We have to sit down and know what is it that we want as a couple. What did they talk about their short and long-term goals? Did they have it in plan at all that, okay, 6 months after we're married, some people will proudly tell you that the first 2 years or the first 1 year after they are married, no childbearing. No childbearing, because we want to get to understand ourselves, or we want to do a particular project and children interference will slow it down.
Okay.
So they will do that. And for some, they just feel, okay, we are good. Financially, you are stable, I am stable. But take, for instance, you have a pot and there's water in it. Each time you're thirsty, you go to that pot, you drink water. Each time you're thirsty, you go to that pot, you drink water. You're not refilling it. You're not refilling it, and you do not have an extra pot. What happens when the last drop of water is drained from that pot? That is when you begin to see excuses. She's not fine. She's not even romantic, or he's not even romantic. He can never buy me ordinary bra. Can never give me money to make my hair. But while you guys were enjoying the money, enjoying and spending from one particular source that you had, and without replenishing it, nobody knew about that. So we have to work on having an extra pot. That is another another stream of income. You have to work on a family project together, and individual projects. Before going into marriage, you feel while you're in private, as a young girl, while you're in secondary school, they ask you in the next 5 years, what will you be doing? Yes, the next 5 years, I'll be in the university studying medicine. But I'll be in the university studying so course. You already know what you want. And after that, what next? You know you want to either further or you want to get a job or something. Same is applicable. So after you're done with this and in marriage, in the next 5 to 10 years, what are your goals? You just want to become a baby-making machine? Or you want to improve that man you're married to? Or do you want him to be stagnant because you feel, now that we are married, it's the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. The Bible said one person will chase hundreds, and two of you will chase 10,000. So if two heads are coming together, you're able to achieve double things. You're able to achieve things that one person within a period of time was unable to achieve together as a team. It's a teamwork. It's a work. It's a team. So whenever there's a teamwork, success is attainable.
Attainable. Thank you. Now, let's look at some men who feel that a woman who is too industrious, we have no time for the home, we have no time for them, have no time for the children to take care of the home. I know you are a wife, you are a mother, and you are also into business. And I know that you are into multiple types of business. How do you manage your home? Because you are married and you are very industrious, very, very industrious.
This thing it's all about understanding. It's all about being married to your best friend. It's about marrying somebody who keys into your dreams, your aspirations, who is your cheerleader. I would not want anybody to use my life, like this part of my life, as a yardstick. Do not say because you are also married, whatever I am doing, you must do it. Whatever length I am going, you must also do it. You do not know the things I do at the background. You do not know how I'm able to play my games. I am very, very grateful to my husband because from day one, he has been so supportive.
Okay.
So it is not everybody that will have a husband that is supportive.
Supportive, that's true. That's very true.
So if your husband is not supportive, it is for you. You are the wife now. You should know how to maneuver your husband. You will know how to do that. Find a way around him. Or make him see that, babe, I can do this. Just give me a chance. Or just support me. I will not be around either this week or I will not be around for a period of time because I have some work to attend to. I want to attend to my business. It's the thing you should have that discussion with your husband. It's not that you be imposing on him. You just going to, babe, I'm going for a business trip and please the children, you can have an agreement that the children either stay with their grandparents or you bring their grandparents down or a member of the family that you feel the children will be safe with.
Safe with, yes.
And if some husbands do not mind, they'll be okay, fine, just go. I'll take care of the children.
Take care of the years. There are some husbands like
some
that.
husbands can bath and cook for the children. They don't mind. So in that wise, you have that agreement. You're on the same page. Your husband knows your movements. It's not that you say you're going to Dubai for business trip, but you're going with a man friend. It's not that. It's not the one that you'll be giving your husband the benefit of doubt. You're doing business and he's saying some other red flags that are not encouraging. No matter how much you have, you should still be able to submit to your husband.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's look at that. Some women also feel that if you are industrious, that there's this tendency for your husband to want to put all the responsibilities on you. So some women will rather just hide that part of them. And after all, is the husband. Let him continue with his responsibility as a father who's supposed to provide for the family.
Okay, I want to now ask women in that category. Are you feeling fulfilled?
Because we have some married men that have received comments from them like that.
I know some and I've met some that I'm so sorry to use this word, that are just irresponsible as father and as a husband. Some men don't even care. All they do is come to the house, have a bath, don't I have food in this house, and you're not putting down money for food. You don't even know how the house is being run and all, and there are some men like that. But as a woman, if you feel you want to take a break or you want to play blind to all those things, do you feel fulfilled? Are you giving your children that joy? That parental responsibility, are you carrying out that responsibility? There are times you even carry out these roles without the children knowing the particular source. You don't even know if it's the father that is providing or it is mother that is providing it. Now, as an individual, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Then you, as a woman, as an individual, your life entirely, your lifeline, do you feel... I don't know how people do it, but there are times that when I don't do what I ought to do, I feel like a failure. I feel I have failed in this regard. If you do not have, if your conscience is still active,
I want you to talk to the men.
you won't. Yeah, if your conscience, I will still talk to them, but let's disabuse the minds of
Should
women.
not, because, okay, sorry to cut you, like the one I was telling you, that the lady complained that the husband is working. It's not a matter of he does not have anything doing. If he's not doing anything, we understand that part. But now he's working. But because he now has a wife who is very industrious, who is very enterprising, she's not lazy. She's there just to make sure that she gets something and takes care of the family. And because of that, the husband now relaxed.
Now,
He doesn't give them money. He doesn't even care.
What is he using the money
She said
for?
she pays the school fees, pays some bills in the house, and she has a husband.
She has a husband. What is the man? And the husband is working.
Yes.
Fine.
According to her.
If the husband is working and is not keeping up with responsibilities, sincerely speaking, it's very difficult. It's very, very, number one, you just have to commit his heart to God. You just have to pray. And not just pray. Me, I'll take a drastic action. And the action I would advise is go to his workplace, speak with his boss. If he's that person, if he's really, really, really irresponsible, speak with his boss and let his boss know that, okay, this is what you have been facing for the past, say, 3 years. I've been doing this thing. It's not a matter of for like 2 or 3 months he didn't do anything. So you're going to run out to his
Even to
boss.
the extent of repairs in the house, she takes care of them.
Yes, you can go to his boss and report if like you've been doing it over time. I'm not talking about somebody who cannot endure. The woman, you have to endure some things too.
I know.
So it's not a matter of it happened for like it happened for like it started 2 months ago. I already complaining. No. Let's assume you've given him extra time, and he's running into years. You can speak with his boss. This is what your employee is doing. This and this and this and this and this. And I'm very sure that a reasonable employer will just come to the decision that, okay, fine, please give us the account number. Once they pay the salary, you don't want to get the alerts. Or you get 50% of the allowance. Exactly.
That some bosses does that. I know of a boss who does that too.
Because you cannot drag a horse to the river to drink water. If a man's mind is made up on some things, I don't know, then we still need to ask the man again, why did he turn around? If he was doing all of those responsibilities, why did he suddenly turn around? There's no fire without smoke.
He said it was not like that when they were cutting. You know this cutting we are talking about? Dating, cutting is not marriage.
Yeah.
That he was giving him some, but immediately after marriage, just few years after marriage, the guy just
changed.
Because she has a good job, she has business, she has relatives who are also rich and all of that. So.
Well, it's possible that it's that the man has been pretending all along to her. It's either he's a gold digger or he just needs prayers. He needs to get out of, he might be facing some things that nobody knows. It's possible that he's actually having a project that she's not aware. It's possible that he's already he's cheating on her already, and he probably has another family, and that he's spending the money for and on. So a lot of things we need to sit the man down. What is happening? Why the turnaround? It's possible that he has lost his job, and he hasn't come to terms with. He doesn't know how to break the news to his wife yet. A lot of things.
That's another thing.
And the fact that he dresses up every morning and says he's going to work does not mean.
Maybe he has even lost the job.
He has possibly.
Just like the advice you gave that she should try and pay a visit to his place of work.
Yes.
You might be surprised and say,
he left this place like 3 years ago. And you'll be like, really? And it's possible that he's facing some, I don't know, some...
But again, there are some men who are doing that.
They are still in job deliberately. Those ones, just commit their heart to Christ.
Okay, let's take this question. It said, my partner wants me to leave my nursing job and become a sit-home wife and mother after wedding. What should I do?
Sit-home wife and mother.
He said, I asked her some questions. He said they are still in relationship and she's a nurse, and that the guy said he doesn't like his woman working, that after wedding she will stop the nurse, because you know
'Cause they run
a lot
shifts.
of what do I call misconceptions about
nurses.
nurses.
Yeah, you shouldn't have fallen in love with her in the first
that,
place.
that you know you have to go to night shift. I can't take that. You go to night shift. You go to. So he said he told him that after wedding that he has to stop. And I'm sure maybe she likes that nursing job, so she's looking at it that, man, should I go ahead with this relationship or just?
There should be a deal breaker. If she's stopping practicing or working with a hospital, he can either set her up, do all the preparations, get all the certifications. She owns her own clinic. She works for herself. This time. She's not working for somebody.
And that one is going to take.
It depends on how buoyant he is.
That's true. That's
It depends on how buoyant he is. So for a man to say, I don't want you to work, it means you must have a plan B for me. The question is, okay, you don't want me to work again. All right, what's your plan for me?
I'll be paying you salary.
You'll be paying me salary.
I don't, even that salary
for
will be
how
paid.
long? How much is he earning?
Is it going to
that
be
he wants
consistent?
To pay her? But then will it be consistent?
I know of a family,
Then
they are into that now. The man stopped the wife after wedding. He did that for some years. And the wife told me that he stopped. He stopped giving him the money. Up till now, the wife is still a sit-at-home mom. And she's complaining bitterly. He said when they started, he was giving her maybe 20,000 every month.
Okay.
Their first child now should be like 18 years.
Wow.
So they are not young couples at all.
Yeah.
So after their marriage, he said he doesn't like. The man is into business,
Okay.
and then his business was really booming, flourishing. So he said, I want you to stay at home, take care of the children. I think he has the history of insecurity because I know the husband. I understand that. So he has a pretty wife. His wife is very pretty. So he said, stay at home. I'll be paying. He said yes, but for some years now, he has stopped doing that.
And the truth is...
So when they make this promise, I don't work, I want you to stay at home. How many of them live up to their promises?
Yeah, you can stay at home, but...
And still, when sometimes she keeps asking, I want to make her, I tell Daddy Lagbaja, I want to make my hair. Daddy Lagbaja, I want to do some shopping, Every responsibility is now is not, his business is not
booming as before.
The times that we are now. So
Yes.
the husband is complaining, the wife, and now the wife now tell him that that's what I was telling him when I said he should allow me to go and be doing something.
May God give us wisdom.
Amen.
Wisdom is a principal thing.
Amen.
The truth is, while he was giving her the money monthly, was she using her two hands to eat? Because if she was working as well and she was earning that salary, let's assume that was her salary, was she using her two hands to eat? She should have, no matter what happens, you as a woman should have this account that nothing happens to that account.
I think you should tell them that that's true.
It might be an account, or you have a piggy box somewhere. Nothing should have. Out of the little you have, be dropping it there. When the raining days come, you'll be able to go, or dry season comes, you'll be able to go, you'll be able to fall back on that. While he was giving her the money, and he said he should not work.
He doesn't have anything now.
What he is insinuating, or what he meant was, I don't want you to be under some bosses or some someone that so say semi-oga. Some people who just feel they're in place of authority and they just want to misuse authority. I don't want to be under. I don't want to go through that process, that humiliation and all. If that's what he's saying, you can work from home. Come on. Technology has gone beyond that. You can work from home. It takes nothing at your comfort zone. You can just look at what you can do within your circle. I'm in my house. I know. Okay, I can tell you that I don't want to mention organizations, but I know online stores that started from a room. And today, they are popular brands that everybody cannot do without shopping on their website. You can work from your house, from home. If it's cooking, you can have things you sell and you just advertise online. Dispatch riders will come to the location and pick up.
Because of our time, what advice do you have for single ladies out there?
Yeah, the advice I have for single ladies out there is, please, I'll say that again.
Painted so many scenarios.
Do not see marriage as an achievement, number one. And I want you to key into my mentality of that have been helping me for a very long time. do not impose yourself on a rich guy or a rich man, or being married to a rich man. Don't see it as the end thing or as the ultimate goal at all. See it as the icing of a cake. It's jara. If a rich man, if you're in a relationship or you're going to marry to a rich man, just see it as jara and don't see it as I'm all made. One day when something will happen, he may not die, but money, like they say, is a visitor. People have the broke days too. When he's broke, he is expecting that he has been giving you the money. He's able to fall back on something. I remember when while we were cutting, my husband saw my passion for what I was doing. He invested into my business. I was able to do it. There was a time, few months after the wedding, we needed money for a very big project and all. And he just recently gave me money. And at that year, 200,000 or something new. And I was able to give him the capital and times 2 of the money.
That's how it should be.
So when he needed the money, I was like,
some ladies
I have one
eat
money.
the capital, eat the profit, and they are not able to bring anything back.
Yeah, and I said, I have one money in my account. I was like, which of your account? I said, there's an account I have money in. And I give him the details, give him the card. When he saw the balance, he was like, how did you get this one? I was like, you've forgotten. You gave me so amount. So I've sold the goods. I've done what I wanted to do. I have the capital in the account. And this is my gain on it. We're able to add up that to what we had on ground. You are a helpmeet, not a liability. You should be able to, you're not able to run back to. You should be his pride that I have a confidence, I have assurance that once I call my wife that, babe, please, I need a raise of so amount, he will get it. And forget it, he will reimburse it. If he doesn't reimburse it today, you know how to get your money back now. So I don't just see it. Do not push your husband out to go and start borrowing money outside. Or it's an investment. He has invested in you, and whenever he needs money or needs that thing, you should be assured that, okay, I have an investment somewhere that it's time for me to reap from.
At least I know I've had so many times I have to borrow my husband money.
Yes.
Maybe when he just got a contract or something, I need money.
Yeah, urgently. Before the bank does anything.
And I know how to tell him that, you must put interest on this money.
And he will pay you, because that money, you keep collecting it like 10 times.
Like I told him,
you've not paid me.
The only thing that can make you to keep coming back is when I borrow you, you give me back my money. Next time, you can always get the money back. But when you collect and you don't give back, don't expect to go. But and he has been faithful in that. So
when you borrow, do you return?
That money.
No woman returns that kind of money. No woman. No.
It's a topic. Maybe it's a topic for another day that will come and tell her. We'll come and prepare. We've done the part of the ladies now. We'll come and do the part of the men. So we tell them some things. We ladies, for those single men out there, we tell them some things that they need to know about us.
Yes.
That after marriage, that they keep seeing in marriage.
Yes.
And when you see them, it does not necessarily mean that you should make a big issue.
Deal out of it.
It's just a fun of the marriage. And we just, maybe we teach them how to handle
women.
Yes.
Understand.
So we'll come back and tell them, we share experience and we let them
understand that.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again. I really appreciate your comments, your contributions anytime you come around. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God will bless your home.
Amen.
God will bless your marriage.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, our viewers. And we have come to the concluding part of An Industrious Woman. I just want to tell you that no responsible man will want to marry a lazy or a woman who cannot do anything or who cannot add value to his life. So maybe that is the reason why you keep having failed relationships. You need to look back. Who are you in terms of being industrious, in terms of being enterprising? What is it that you have that you know that you can take to your marriage? You need to look more inwards now and stop playing that blame game on your man, on the men that keep, when they come, they go. Look at your demands. Look at your expectations. What are those? Immediately they come to you. What do you keep telling them? House rent. I want to fix my hair. I'm in school. I need funding. When you keep doing all that and demand, this one is a liability.
Urgent 2K.
You want to buy a recharge card. Maybe it complains you've not been calling and you said, because I don't have money to buy as low as 100 naira recharge card. That is not good enough. So you too, you need to be, she said it, while you are single, even as a student, you can always find something that you are doing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching today's episode of Before You Say I Do. And like I said, we have come to the concluding part. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, production crew, for making today's success another great one. Thank you for your wonderful comments. Don't forget, you can watch the repeat broadcast at 1 p.m. on Saturday. And again, you can join us on Facebook on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Cause I've never been so sure of anything before. Just like I'm in this moment. But was alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring. Cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. To back on different segment, you know, for the engaging about marriage. Tope Oginni, you know. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about God.